Snow ground LL 7064 requesting taxi to the gates.
Snow Tower, Air India 6805, ready for takeoff runway 28.
Snow ground Azure 5417 ready to taxi. LL 7064 taxi to gate Bravo 2. Azure 5417 taxi to runway 28.
Air India 6805, line up and wait runway 28.
Snow ground Iroquois 9868 taxi to the gates.
Air India 6805, cleared for takeoff runway 28.
Iroquois 9868 taxi to gate Bravo 1.
Snow Tower Azure 5417 ready for takeoff runway 28. Azure 5417 cleared for takeoff runway 28.
Snow clearance Korean 5407 ready for pushback at Alpha 3. Korean 5407 cleared for pushback.
On behalf of the captain and crew, welcome aboard this flight. We hope you enjoy flying with us. Before takeoff, we would like to encourage all passengers to watch our cabin crew display the safety features of the aircraft.
Snow ground Korean 5407 ready to taxi. Korean 5407, taxi to runway 28.
In emergency, please remain in your seats with your seatbelts fastened and your seats in the upright position. In case of a drop in cabin pressure, breathing masks will drop from the ceiling and should be placed over your head. If there is smoke in the cabin during the evacuation of the aircraft, the walkway emergency lights will display to the exits, which are located here and here. In case of an extreme emergency landing, you will be instructed to get into the brace position, which is executed by placing your head between your knees with your hands over your head. We would also like to remind you that you should turn off all electronic devices. We thank you for paying attention during this brief presentation.
Snowtown, good morning, Southwest 6490 is on approach. Southwest 6490, cleared to land runway 28.
Snow clearance, Avianca 8747, ready for pushback at Alpha 1. Avianca 8747, cleared for pushback.
Snow Tower Korean 5407, ready for takeoff runway 28. Korean 5407, cleared for takeoff runway 28.
Snow clearance, Yamal 8763, ready for pushback at Bravo 7. Yamal 8763, cleared for pushback.
Avianca 8747, taxi to runway 28.
Snow clearance, Blue Panorama 8881, ready for pushback at Alpha 5.
China Southern 2330, cleared to land runway 28.
Blue Panorama 8881, cleared for pushback. Snowground, Yamal 8763, ready to taxi. Yamal 8763, taxi to runway 28. Snowground, Blue Panorama 8881, ready to taxi. Airport Triple 1562, cleared to land runway 28. Blue Panorama 8881, taxi to runway 28.
Snowground, Southwest 6490, requesting taxi to the gates. Southwest 6490, taxi to gate Bravo 7.
Avianca 8747, cleared for takeoff runway 28. Snow ground, China Southern 2330, requesting taxi to the gates. China Southern 2330, taxi to gate Alpha 5. Snow Tower, good morning. Cedar Jet 8482 is on approach. Cedar Jet 8482, clear to land runway 28.
Blue Panorama 8881, line up and wait runway 28. Snow Tower, Yamal 8763, ready for takeoff runway 28. Blue Panorama 8881, cleared for takeoff runway 28. Snow ground, airport triple 1562, requesting taxi to the gates.
Snow clearance, Germania 1755, ready for pushback at Bravo 4.
Airport triple 1562, taxi to gate Alpha 1.
Snow Tower, good morning. Kestrel 7612 is on approach. Kestrel 7612, cleared to land runway 28.
Germania 1755, cleared for pushback.
Snow clearance, Europa 2281, ready for pushback at Bravo 6.
Airport triple 1562, hold position. Snow clearance, Ethiopia 9611, ready for pushback at Bravo 5. Airport triple 1562, continue taxi. Snow Tower, good morning. Roger 4936 is on approach. Roger 4936, cleared to land runway 28.
Snow ground, Germania 7255, ready to taxi.
Yamal 8763, line up and wait runway 28.
Germania 7255, taxi to runway 28.
Europa 2281, cleared for pushback.
Yamal 8763, cleared for takeoff runway 28.
Snow ground, Cedar Jet 8482, requesting taxi to the gates.
Snow Tower, good morning. Air Transat 2202 is on approach.
Ethiopia 9611, cleared for pushback.
Cedar Jet 8482, taxi to gate Bravo 4.
Air Transat 2202, cleared to land runway 28. Snow ground, Europa 2281, ready to taxi. Europa 2281, taxi to runway 28. Europa 2281, hold position. Snow clearance, Avianca 6061, ready for pushback at Alpha 2.
Snow clearance, Alaska 3533, ready for pushback at Bravo 3.
Avianca 6061, cleared for pushback.
Snow ground, Ethiopian 90611, ready to taxi. Ethiopian 90611, taxi to runway 28.
Europa 2281, continue taxi. Snow ground, Kestrel 7612, requesting taxi to the gates. Kestrel 7612, taxi to gate Bravo 6. Snow ground, Avianca 6061, ready to taxi. Avianca 6061, taxi to runway 28.
Snow Tower, good morning. Rainmaker 5600 is on approach. Rainmaker 5600, cleared to land runway 28.
Snow Tower, Germania 7255, ready for takeoff runway 28.
Snow clearance, allow 7065, ready for pushback at Bravo 2.
Snow clearance, Airport 869, ready for pushback at Bravo 1.
Alaska 3533, cleared for pushback.
Snow ground, London 4936, requesting taxi to the gates. London 4936, taxi to gate Bravo 5.
Kestrel 7612, hold position.
Airport 869 are cleared for pushback.
Germania 7255, line up and wait runway 28.
Snow Tower, good morning. Air Algeria 2952 is on approach.
Snow ground, Alaska 3533, ready to taxi.
Germania 7255, cleared for takeoff runway 28.
Air Algeria 2952, cleared to land runway 28.
Snow Tower, Avianca 6061, ready for takeoff runway 28. Snow ground, Air Transat 2202, requesting taxi to the gates. Kestrel 7612, continue taxi.
Alaska 3533, taxi to runway 28.
Airport 869 are taxi to runway 28.
Air Transat 2202, taxi to gate Bravo 3.
Allow 7065, cleared for pushback.
Avianca 6061, line up and wait runway 28.
Snow Tower, Ethiopian 9611, ready for takeoff runway 28.
Avianca 6061, cleared for takeoff runway 28.
Snow Tower, good morning. Jerome 1756 is on approach. Jerome 1756 clear to land runway 28.
Snow ground, Lion Enter 5600, requesting taxi to the gates. Lion Enter 5600, taxi to gate, Bravo 1.
Hello 7065 taxi to runway 28.
Ethiopian 9611, line up and wait runway 28. Ethiopian 9611, cleared for takeoff runway 28.
Snow Tower, Europa 2281, ready for takeoff runway 28.
Snow Tower, good morning. Iberia 6492 is on approach.
Snow ground, Air Algeria 2952, requesting taxi to the gates.
Iberia 6492, clear to land runway 28.
Air Algeria 2952, taxi to gate, Bravo 2.
Europa 2281, line up and wait runway 28.
Korea 6466 is on approach. Korea 6466, cleared to land runway 28.
Snow Tower, I repeat, 9869, ready for takeoff runway 28.
Europa 2281, cleared for takeoff runway 28.
Snow ground, Jerome 1756 requesting taxi to the gates. Jerome 1756 taxi to gate Alpha 4.
Snow clearance, Southwest 64901, ready for pushback at Bravo 7. Southwest 64901, cleared for pushback.
I repeat, 9869, line up and wait runway 28.
Snow Tower, Alaska 3533, ready for takeoff runway 28.
I repeat, liner 869 are cleared for takeoff runway 28. Snow ground, Iberia 6492, requesting taxi to the gates.
Snow ground, southwest 64901, ready to taxi.
Iberia 6492, taxi to gate Alpha 2.
Southwest 64901, taxi to runway 28.
Alaska 3533, line up and wait runway 28.
Iberia 6492, hold position.
Snow Tower, Hello, 7065, ready for takeoff runway 28.
Alaska 3533, cleared for takeoff runway 28.
Iberia 6492, continue taxi.
Snowground, Korea 6466, requesting taxi to the gates.
Snow clearance, airport to go 1563, ready for pushback at Alpha 1.
Korea 6466, taxi to gate Bravo 7.
Iberia 6492, hold position. Iberia 6492, continue taxi.
Airport Triple 1563, cleared for
Ladies and
pushback.
gentlemen, on behalf of the captain and crew, welcome aboard this flight. We hope you enjoy flying with us. Before takeoff, we would like to encourage all passengers to
Snow
watch our
Tower,
cabin
good
crew
morning,
display the
Southwest
safety features of the
1418
aircraft.
is on approach.
Hello, 7065, cleared for takeoff runway 28.
Southwest 1418, clear to land runway 28.
Snow ground, Airport Triple 1563, ready to taxi. Airport Triple 1563, taxi to runway 28.